Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the first half of June of 2020 reading. I'm going to be starting out with the Lenormand deck by Ciro Marsetti, and I'm going to be doing a circle spread. I enjoy using this deck first because it helps to give me a big picture view of the energy surrounding you guys now when you listen to this during the beginning of June, and the energies that will be available for you through the whole first half of June of 2020 to work with. When I say work with, that means especially when you get a personal reading. The reason I do videos so that you can reflect in the future on what you experienced and learned in your reading, and that's going to help to guide you to a higher, better path, which is what Spirit's always trying to do. We're being guided towards our purpose, God's purpose for us, to be a bread baker, a cabinet maker, a song and dancer, whatever it is. And we get led off our paths into different avenues of temptation. So now's a really big time. 2019's energies have kind of spilt in, and we talked about that during my live video podcast. And now the new beginnings are starting. I am hearing new beginnings when it comes to those who followed the advice I translated in 2019 and really started a really fun hobby, gift, talent, skill, or idea. Those people are very grounded and they're starting to see the success of their results. Now, for Taurus, we've got some different energy here. The 2019 video title was Discipline and Boundaries. So Taurus, did you have to still deal maybe in the first half of 2020 with yourself when it comes to discipline? Did you have boundaries in place when there came some form of temptation? For the year of 2020 is about the law of attraction. So those whom have realized what it is that needs to change, most importantly within themselves, right? We can't vote for someone to come into our lives and say this president needs to change, right? Change is a very personal spiritual thing. It doesn't have to do with those around us. It has to do with what we're learning about ourselves, so that when we go full circle on this planet, we can go back to Spirit and say, I found my purpose, I enjoyed my life, and I found peace, joy, and contentment day to day, no matter what was going on in the world around me. And some Tauruses are starting to find that connection within themselves, because I know through personal readings. All right, so I'm doing a circle spread. In the center of the circle spread, Taurus, representing the first week and a half of June of 2020, we have the lily energy. So a very beautiful, blessed energy here. I feel like this Taurus, during the first week of June, is going to start to recognize some deep wisdom. And the lily is about, we are going to give you signs and synchronicities regarding your long-term future. So turn this knowledge you are acquiring about yourself at this time into some form of wisdom, right? So that you can share that wisdom with another or others. Now in the thoughts position, Taurus, whichever Taurus I'm reading for during this general reading, we have the snake. So this is about temptation. This is about fear. Change is not easy, right? We can put one word to something like forgiveness, but it is a journey. It is and requires that we actually say to ourselves, I forgive these people, for they knew not what they did. And neither did I, right, Taurus? We all make mistakes. For some reason, that's a big message. And in the relationship sector with another or others, you have the broom or the whip. So Spirit is helping you to have the strength, Taurus, to sweep away from energies of obsession, temptation, addiction. In the first half of June of 2020, I feel for the whole first half of the month, and I feel like they're going to be around you throughout the next year. You can do this. Look at this. In your creative aspects position, Taurus, you have the dog representing devotion. They're saying continue to devote yourself to obtaining more wisdom through the signs and synchronicities that Spirit is trying to guide you with and forward towards the highest best path. So you will have the strength in relation to another or others to sweep away from the temptation that is in your thoughts position. Beautiful. So in the actions position, Spirit, by mid-June of 2020, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, Venus, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and so on. We have Spirit saying take action, or you will be taking action to travel into the direction of what you are devoting yourself to. So there's definitely a strong message here for whichever Taurus I'm reading for, to devote yourself to planning your future. Where are you going to travel towards next? For at some point you may be, maybe by the 3rd of July, traveling towards another as you devote yourself to sweeping away from the unhealthy. Now, in the emotional aspects position, we have the clouds. So emotionally, we have a Taurus who in the first half of June of 2020 is feeling a little bit clouded, right? Unsure. But Spirit's saying with this card, we are going to shine the light on the truth of who you were meant to be, that is God's beautiful child. And you're going to start to understand. You're coming to some awareness because of signs and synchronicities as you travel towards another, or as people travel towards you. Now, this could be virtually under the pandemic circumstances. But this is about you really finding clarity about the unhealthy in your life. So in the subconscious position, you have this beautiful Tower. Now, in this Lenormand deck, the Tower is about a more financially abundant, secure, and stable building, organization, circumstance, situation. They're saying it's through this building, this organization, where you are going to obtain wisdom regarding your long-term future. That's going to give you the strength to sweep away from unhealthy things in your mind, and instead to travel towards, or to allow others to travel towards you, whereas you are devoting yourself to finding clarity and coming out of the clouds of temptation and obsession or addiction. Okay, so in the day-to-day aspects position, we have this is you or someone else, Taurus, someone at a distance, someone who's not living in your current environment day-to-day with you in your own four walls type thing. This could also be that someone's being distant, but I feel like this is someone at a distance, or you're at a distance from someone. And the reason you're kind of in the space where you are at right now is because Spirit's really trying to help for you to devote yourself to you and to obtain more wisdom through this building or organization. Maybe you're kind of sitting back looking at this building or organization and saying, I'm going to now devote myself to getting a job at this place, or creating something that I'm good at and starting my own small business. Now, if you've been one of my subscribers, you'll know that in 2019, that was about building up your soul purpose. And now I feel in 2020, a lot of people are going to recognize their purpose. We recognize our purpose through the difficulties that we experience. In fact, I have two favorite things from Hebrews. He learned obedience through what he suffered. Serve God and you will be delivered. It's basically that simple. But as humans, we complicate things, right? So Spirit's giving you in the inner strength position, Taurus, the cross. Giving you the strength, I feel like, throughout the next year to lay down any burdens, to have the strength to sweep away from an addiction, an obsession, something unhealthy. For at some point in time, as you hang in there, you will be traveling and moving away from what feels like burdening energy. So in a 3-card summary to my right, we've got the first couple cards representing the first week and a half of June of 2020. For clarification, we have the Fox. So we have someone who is not to be trusted, or someone who has not been honest. If this has been you, that maybe you couldn't tell people the truth, you kind of had to sneak around a situation, or someone around you was like that. Whatever that was about, Taurus, when the coffin shows up, that means that this is ending in your life because it was supposed to. And that's why Spirit's giving you the strength to sweep away from an addiction, an obsession, unhealthy energy, unhealthy thoughts even. Yeah, this is either you or another. You have this very passionate energy that Spirit's planting within you because you're starting to shine like the sun. You're starting to come into an awareness of who you were meant to be on this world, the beautiful star within you. So what you're passionate about could make you shine and look to others like a star. Famous. You have someone who cares about you, or this is you, but either way, we have a little bit of anxiety here being represented by the mice. Yeah, someone here is feeling trapped or stuck and is hoping for some form of communication via others. And that causes confusion. Like, when am I going to talk to these people? This is definitely a personal journey, so really get content with your space, with yourself. Start a journal, write down how you've changed and who you're going to be in the next best chapter of your life in 2020. Yeah, Spirit's giving you this beautiful, magical golden bridge, I feel, by the second week in. So Spirit's trying to guide you into the path of a new direction. Should I take the good path, the bad path, the moral path, the immoral path? Which decision should I make? For some of you, you're running into a passionate masculine or a passionate feminine, and Spirit's saying roll the dice and take a risk. For there is a soul connection, person, place, circumstance, or situation, where you're going to meet up with another and you're going to either want to give kind words, messages, flowers, or gifts, or you receive kind words, messages, flowers, or gifts. So, I can't get a date. Maybe some of you have already met up and you received an offer and now you're contemplating that offer. Maybe somebody made an offer that's unhealthy. Look at you. Spirit's giving you the book, Taurus, and they're saying, get back in touch with that inner child. What have you always wanted to learn about or do? Who were you meant to become? Write out the next chapter of your life and how you're going to get back in touch with that inner child and playfully move forward towards the four-leaf clover. So there will be some form of texting, talking, tweeting if there hasn't been already. Today is the 21st of May. It could be by the 12th of June of 2020, you guys receive an offer or opportunity that is karmic and blessed. Now, this communication would have to do with money for some, feeling burdened in the area of money. Spirit saying, look with the mountain energies at the journey ahead as an exciting new adventure, not as a long and difficult path, that you are learning about yourself through this process, and there will indeed be a blessing on the other side. There will indeed be that money offer or that abundance and security. Again, for some of you, because you're making a change in your home environment and you're planting seeds, ideas, goals, and intentions, and you're starting to have an aha moment in the first week of June of 2020, could take some of you till July of 2020. They're saying, look closer. We're trying to give you the signs. Devote yourself to creating something where you could definitely find yourself in a path of great financial stability. And it has to do with this aha moment. Beautiful. So by the 17th of June of 2020, someone here is going to recognize that Spirit has led them into a higher, better journey. And they are feeling very stable and secure, especially emotionally. Now, you could be connecting with this passionate feminine, or this is you, Taurus. You're going to be kind of sitting there, she's like, oh my gosh, looking at the clock. The clock represents divine timing. I feel like some of you are going to connect with a feminine energy and it's going to feel like divine timing, or you're this feminine energy and you're going to kind of have that aha moment, right? Emotionally, you're going to come out of the confusion and you're going to kind of recognize clarity because of all that you learned. Because of the guidance from Spirit through signs and synchronicities, because you have devoted yourself to a wish come true. So what are you wishing for? Write that down and then write down the action steps you're going to take day to day to make that idea compress through cause and effect and the action steps you take into the physical universe where you can become your own business owner. For some, you may be connecting with someone who's in a leadership position and your wishes start to come true through a business offer or idea. You may be finally opening your heart and a wish comes true regarding a connection with another. So I do feel like it may take until the 25th of June of 2020, but Taurus, there will come some form of commitment, partnership, contract that either you're making to yourself or with another. Watch out for the maze energies. For the maze is about which way am I going? Am I making a mistake? Write down my goals and intentions for the next year or for the end of 2020 in partnership with a person or persons is going to be this. And if I'm confused, I'm going to have the strength of the scythe to quickly and swiftly cut away from what it is that confuses me. Because I now know by mid-June of 2020 with the wishing well energies that if I pray specifically to Spirit about what I'm putting my time and effort into, I will very excitedly by probably July, for some of you, July 1st of 2020, I'm going to make new wishes come true with the 9 of hearts jumping out. I'm going to jump into a new, better, more financially abundant, secure, and stable situation. So Spirit is guiding you definitely subconsciously to obtain more wisdom about a building and organization, a more financially abundant, secure, and stable situation. For that energy will help to push you beyond some form of temptation. Do not feel burdened, for Spirit is saying the more you devote yourself to you, the quicker an opportunity is going to come where you're going to feel, free yourself from feeling burdened and stuck. Beautiful. All right, so for clarification, I'm going to bring in the Gilded Tarot deck. I'm so excited because 2019 was just working through the difficulty of the shadow of ourselves, and now it's been a little bit difficult in the first half of 2020 because of a time of self-awareness. You know, people would say, and where's my list? You know, society's moving too fast. I hate my job. And so what happened? We ended up without jobs. We slowed way down. You know, that's what energy is about. That's how energy works, is if we are putting negative energy out, so too will negative energy transpire and come back tenfold. But if we all focus on the positive and who we were sent here to be in our own personal journeys, it is that light that shines from within us that will shine upon others around us. So once you obtain certain wisdom, it is almost like our spiritual responsibility to go share that wisdom with others and help bring them into their own inner light as well. So I'm done with the shuffling. Look at this. Wishes are coming true. Okay, I'm definitely feeling the major arcana of the star represents someone who may have Aquarius in their chart. This is also about Spirit saying continue to pray to Spirit and put time and effort day to day into what you want to create for the long term, and have your wishes clearly in mind, especially during the first week of June of 2020. For during the first couple weeks in the thoughts position, we do have fear with justice. So someone may be kind of just frustrated about old temptations, situations, things that were unhealthy because now they have to deal with the justice system, and that's in your thoughts, Taurus. But for others, you may be connecting with someone who has Libra in their chart, and you are fearing that maybe your wishes could come true, and Spirit's saying take your time. Pray to Spirit for what you'd like to see transpire. Trust that justice is here as a major arcana, so the Spirit is going to justice is going to turn in your favor if you will free yourself from old unhealthy energy. In the relationship sector, so we have someone who's been down a long and difficult path with the Ten of Swords energies, having to do maybe with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or these swords are each representing pain, anguish, suffering, fear, and regret. And they're now lit up because they're dissipating. And now you can stand up, Taurus, so much stronger than before because of the wisdom you have received. And see, they're sending a little angel here in the form of a deer saying, get up, get up. It's time to guide us, to sweep away from justice, injustice, unhealthy obsessions, addictions, and instead spend the first half of June of 2020 devoting yourself to family and friends. You know, sometimes we become angry and distant for whatever reason, blaming our parents or whoever. And when we close ourselves off to others, people just react. That's the actual opposite energy. And so instead of blaming others, and we're all at this point, and people don't like to hear this, this is about blaming ourselves. This is about looking in the mirror and saying, I brought this upon myself, but I now know that I can step into a new direction and devote myself to my family. Because in the end, you know, when you're 110 and dying, you have your family around you, right? Instead of being alone and angry. And I've seen people leave this world alone and angry, and it was very sad. So in the actions position, see, your effort with the Three of Wands energies, and I'm very happy to see this here in your actions position. They're actually talking about cause and effect. Every little bit of effort you put in day to day to whatever it is you are wishing to see come manifest, and pray to Spirit to assist you with, you're going to recognize that your ship is coming in, that someone is traveling towards you, you're traveling towards them. Look, there's a boat in both cards. So tell me what that action's about. Maybe getting a new boat, making new wishes come true, freeing yourself from old obstacles having to do with the law, having to do with injustice, having to do with too much difficulty that maybe this Taurus brought upon themselves. Regardless, in the emotional aspects position, Taurus, male or female, you've got the Queen of Pentacles energies. A lot of people are being guided into this path of peace, joy, contentment. Great stability financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Coming out of the clouds of confusion because of what's happened with this big shift having to do with the pandemic, and instead getting excited about success. Goals and intentions, a more financially abundant, secure, and stable situation. Some, again, maybe dealing with a business or organization. And you've got some time here with the moon energy. So remember that subconsciously in the first half of June of 2020, Taurus, that this is the time to have hope. For the moon represents hope, and without hope, our path would be dark. Spirit is trying to bring in this building, this organization, this more financially abundant, secure, and stable situation. And remember, they're giving you the strength to sweep away from old sadness, regrets, worries, addictions, obsessions, and things of the negative. So day to day, here you are, or this is someone else, but they're at a distance, or you're at a distance from another or others. And look, Spirit is bringing you a beautiful gift from the universe in the form of the Ace of Coins or Pentacles. So he's waiting on a new path that will grow and prosper. And Spirit's saying, we are trying to bring that right to you, Taurus. Continue to pray to Spirit and have trust and faith that when the star card shows up, they're going to help for you to make a wish come true. That's going to, as you devote yourself to you, family are going to be drawn to you, wanting to celebrate with you, and maybe even coming to see you, or you're traveling in a new direction, or you have already. People have traveled lately to absolutely new locations for a period of time when it comes to the collective. Okay, so in the inner strengths position, the burden Spirit was talking about, they're giving you the strength to push beyond poverty consciousness, feeling like you don't have enough in some way, sadness, and depression. And instead, they're saying, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities for whatever you put your time and effort into. We are going to make a wish come true. After your cause and effect energy, a ship or an offer or an opportunity is going to come back towards you because of your efforts in the actions position. You'll be able to come out of confusion and illusion and step into a path of stability and contentment. Contentment and peace is what Spirit's trying to bring to this Taurus. So in a 3-card summary for clarification, to my left with the same Gilded Tarot deck, we have someone who was sitting here looking at something, that this battle that they have fought 3 times out of 4 now with the 4 of Swords. You have 1 sword left, really, and this may be what you're feeling like, Taurus, in the beginning of June of 2020, that am I going to spend my last sword going back and fighting old battles, or am I going to use this sword and free myself to move into an exciting new direction? For some of you, this is a passionate new connection, maybe with someone who has fire in their chart, Sagittarius or Leo, or this is just a great opportunity, communication about a money offer. Yeah, look at something coming quickly and unexpectedly, some form of money offer or opportunity. Somebody coming towards you. They're leaving troubled waters behind, this air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, and they are celebrating something in their life. They are celebrating what you're creating for yourself in your own life. So by the 2nd week of June of 2020, we do have someone here wanting to speak the truth about or to someone. There's a lot of fantasy and illusion showing up here. Trying to get to the truth. Maybe there's worries and fears. Yeah, some of you may be connecting with an older fire sign, Sagittarius or Leo, or someone who is a business leader, and an offer or opportunity may come up, or you're thinking about hopefully having an alternative option. Yeah, Spirit's saying it's time to manifest success. What success means to you, for with the Ace of Swords energy, Spirit's going to help you to successfully cut away from what doesn't serve you. Sometimes this is cutting away from negative people, places, circumstances, situations, but it's about stepping into a path of victory because you have grown into the Emperor energies. You're going to now feel strong enough to get clear about your goals and intentions. And with the Seven of Coins, you're going to recognize how far you have come, your wisdom and knowledge, and where you would like to go towards next. Again, you guys could receive a lot of attention and recognition as you leave behind energies of heartache. Have the strength to let others love you. And by mid-June of 2020, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, you no longer need to fight this battle. In fact, this is more of an inner conflict energy I'm feeling with the Five of Swords. Here you are in your element with the Hierophant energy by mid-June of 2020. You have researched old unhealthy situations, circumstances, and etc. And now you are ready to start a new chapter. The old battle is over and it's time for a new beginning. So we have a Taurus who may be really excited to move into some form of financial position, maybe even become a father figure, grandfather figure, family member. But there is something here with the Eight of Swords. Somehow you are keeping yourself trapped or stuck. For the Eight of Swords is a figment of your imagination. You could step into a path of great success and financial abundance. And an offer could come your way through a situation that involves children or family. It may take a little while, is what they're saying. So remain hopeful in this moment of pause during the first half of June of 2020, Taurus. For eventually, an offer or opportunity is going to come, and a wish is going to come true, either for yourself or for someone around you. If it's someone around you, you will benefit from a celebration, maybe tied to family. So be glad that you're on the good side with them, right? All right, so I could go on and on. Should these messages have resonated for you? Oh, I'm going to close with one card, a message from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed. Should these messages have resonated and you have questions and or would like your own personal energy read, I do offer a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below this video. I'm also still, you can email me at josiek42@gmail.com. I'm still offering that Easter special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. All right, so closing message, please, from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck by Colette Baron Reed for this Taurus. Ooh, okay, you guys have for the first half of June of 2020 the energy of the Dragon's Duel. This is about inner conflict. What did I just say with the Five of Swords? This is about making moral decisions from immoral decisions. This is a time of conscious choice. Knowing exactly what you want to create, who you're going to be in this next chapter, how you're stepping into a higher, better path of great happiness and joy. It is a time to reflect. Are you conflicted? What are you conflicted about? What was wrong? Cross all these things off and replace them with conscious efforts and choices as you move forward into the second half of June to start out with, one step at a time. So thank you so much to those of you whom have donated to keep my channel up and running. Thank you to those of you whom have liked, shared, and subscribed. Remember to click on the little bell because I'm spiritually led to download these videos so you'll be the first to know. Take care and God bless.